Hey, this is savewith.crypto here. Okay, so Bitcoin. Yeah, okay, it's looking good. It's looking really good. I'm just wondering if it's looking a little bit too good, though. I'm not sure. But I'll put on the VRVP, Visual Range Volume Profile here. So this shows you what volume of trading happened at various levels. And you can see like where the yellow and the blue stick out a lot. That's where there was a lot of trading. And these get called nodes. So the idea is that the price kind of gets attracted to these kind of nodes where there was previous trading. Now what happens here is an area of low liquidity, which means not a lot of trading happened there. So I think where we are now, we're kind of just over this like node here at about 23,261. So if this goes above that, in theory, the price should move very, very, very quickly through this void of low liquidity and then probably settle around up here, which is actually $30,000 pretty much, which is a hell of a jump. So if that happens, that's going to be fantastic. Now, the reason I don't think it's going to happen straight away is because of this CME close on Friday that I talked about in the video yesterday. Yeah, so CME closed at 23,260 on Friday night. And what seems to happen is the price tends to come back to that sometime on Monday. Now we're actually about $150 above that right now. So the chances are, I think what it might do, it might come up a little bit more, maybe just to where that high was about an hour ago. And then sometime tonight it's going to probably come down there. And then hopefully we'll go back up. Might not, it's not guaranteed. It would be bloody amazing if it did, wouldn't it? And what this is really good for is our trade we've got going on. So this is the current trade. This has been running since the 18th of January. And we're currently like 96.49% in profit, which is $1,356, which is great. Now, what I think might make sense, bearing in mind I think the price will come down a little bit tonight, is if I set a take profit at a price that's a little bit higher now that we might achieve today. And I think if we go back to say the 5-minute time frame, I think what I might do is I might set a take profit somewhere at the top of the VWAP here, and maybe even beyond it, maybe where that wick went to early this morning. So 23,630. I'm not going to take all the profit though. I'm just going to take half off the table. I mean, at the moment, Bitcoin does these crazy wicks, so I think it might be worth trying to catch one. So I think what I'm going to do is go for a price something like 23. Let's say 23,650. So 23,650. Okay. Now the size of the position here is 12,625. So I'm going to take half off the table. So that would be 6,312. This is obviously on 10x leverage, so that's obviously the equivalent of $630. And I'm going to click sell there. Okay, so 23,650 quantity, 6,312. Oh, good. Confirm. Okay. So if the price goes there, that will sell half the position. And then what I'll probably do is set another buy order somewhere a little bit below the CME gap, and if it comes down there in the night, it will then refill and then back up we go, hopefully. That's the plan. Okay, so that's that set. You can see that down here. If you go to the active orders, you can see it's essentially a short. It's like a short that I've set, but because I've already got a long that's bigger than the short, overall it's long. So I hope you understand that. Okay, so nothing much to do there. I just sit back and watch the show, really. This position is beautifully in profit, so the stop loss is right down here. I think I could even move that up a little bit. Move it up to about there, 23,051. And you can see here, if you come down to the TPSL, you can see how much profit it would make if it went wrong. So if it came down there and hit the stop loss, it would make 0.0498 Bitcoin, which is actually an 83% return on investment. So that's pretty amazing, isn't it? But hopefully it'll go higher, and it's going to be great to take some profit. I think that's going to happen very soon, maybe this afternoon. It'll probably happen when I go and have some lunch. Okay, so why am I so bullish about this? Well, looking at the 1 hour time frame, which is kind of one of my favourite time frames, I'm always looking at this MACD, the moving average convergence divergence. At the moment, this is like well green here, which means, you know, it's all very positive and things are going up. Now, generally what I like to see the MACD, you know, showing more confirmation in higher time frames. So I would then probably look at the 2 hour and check that one out, and that's nice and positive as well. And then I'd think, okay, well, let's have a look at the 4 hour. This is great. You see this little green thing here? Okay, doesn't happen very often on the 4 hour time frame. Last time it happened was on the 20th of January, like 9 days ago, and that's when we had this massive pump here. So I'm hoping for something like that. At the moment, this 4 hour candle has 3 minutes and 40 seconds before it closes. If this comes back down, this green thing is going to disappear, but I don't think it is. But I'm going to wait 3 minutes. I'm actually going to pause the video and come back. We'll take a look at that. Now, if this candle closes nice and green, then I think that's going to be a very, very bullish sign. So I just need to wait till midday. And sure enough, it's 3 minutes past midday now, and that candle did close nice and green. Got a green in the MACD there, and we've got a new green in the MACD starting there. This is actually really, really good. So I'm quite confident we're going up for the moment. But as I say, I think it is highly likely that it might take a dump in the night, hit the CME, and then go back up again. Now, just while we're talking about amazing trades, let's have a quick look at TAP Global, because as you know, I'm kind of quite into this. Well, heavily into this actually. So the other day I put a message on the Telegram group saying, you know, I think you should try and get it at around 68 sats, and it then went down to 66. So if you bought TAP then at 66, well done, because that's not bad, is it? Because that would have been, where are we now? 66 up until today. That would be 11% up, and I think it's going to go a long way. Now, I've been trying to identify a pattern here, and I don't know, it's not brilliant, but I think this kind of symmetrical kind of triangle type thing is probably what we're looking at here. And these things either break up or down. Sounds completely bloody obvious, but like, yeah, that's what they do. They generally break to the way that the price came in. So in this case, the price came in from the bottom. So the chances are it's more likely to break up to the top. And to be honest, I can't see any reason why it won't. If it does, then people normally draw like flagpole type things, and it would be something like that. And then you'd say, okay, that's going to break out up to there, which would take it up to 161 sats, which would nearly double your money, but not quite. What would that do? Oh, yeah, it would. Yeah. It's well over 100% from here. In my usual Save the Crypto style, I am like ridiculously involved in this, and I do tend to turn my initial investment into a nice house, because I haven't got a house at the moment. I'm not homeless, I'm just renting one, mainly because I don't know where I want to live. But either way, I'm not planning on buying a house for another year or so. So I think in that time, I think TAP should go up a lot more, which should give me a nice sum of money to play with, and then I can give up doing my normal work and just be 100% into crypto all the time and just make YouTube videos, which is what I like doing anyway. So if you appreciate that, give the video a like, and while you're down there, make sure you're subscribed and got the notifications set on all. Right, I can't give anyone financial advice, of course, but myself, I'm very invested in TAP, and so far my gains have been quite enormous. So that's what I'm doing. I still think it has a long way to go, so I don't think you're too late. And if you look at these much smaller time frame, you can see even like today, even when Bitcoin was pumping away, you were still able to get TAP at 70 this morning. Yeah, 11 o'clock this morning, you could have got it for 70. You could have even got it for 69 at one point. Now, I've found the best way to do that is using the exchange Bittrex, which you can get to by going to savewith.crypto.org/Bittrex. You can buy it on the app, which you can get to by going to savewithcrypto.org/tap. But when you do that, it doesn't actually confirm the exact price you're going to get it for. So I'd rather do a trade on Bittrex and know exactly what price I'm getting it for. So that's my preference there, for the moment anyway. Now, in typical fashion, I just went to update the Telegram group, and as I did it, the price of Bitcoin kind of wicked up into 23,650, and that order filled. So I'll show you what that looks like anyway. But obviously, if you decide to do something similar, then you can go for a higher price, which is even better. So this is what it looked like. So you can see here, if I looked at the filled order, you can see it says closed long there. So what's left open at the moment is like half the money. So that's there's $693 in there, but at 10x leverage, that is like $6,313. So I've now got half of the capital left, which I'm going to put back into the trade round about that CME gap, but I'm not going to do it now because the video is a bit too long and I might have confused you a bit by talking about too many things. So I'm going to finish this video now, post it, and then I'll do an update later on today, because I think this is a great opportunity to make a load of money. So I've got $738 there. That's really cool. And then here I've got my own main account where I've not got such a good entry at all. It's a terrible entry actually, but I've got a much larger position. And that one for me is 14% in profit, but that's actually $1,520. So that's quite cool as well. So it's all quite exciting. I'm very, very pleased about the way things are going. I will do an update later on to talk about the CME gap, because I do think there is a possibility of it pulling back down to there tonight. Okay, so right, hopefully that's all fairly clear. Hopefully you've understood stuff, and if you didn't, just leave a comment and I'll try and answer everything sometime today. But leave a comment anyway, because I like to see a bit of feedback and I like to know that my community is alive and well. So if you appreciate that, give the video a like, and above all, tell your friends.